Hi everybody, Chris Morse. I wanted to take a minute to just kind of go over just on some finer things that happened yesterday, as well as share with you what I've been doing over the course of the last 20, actually it's almost 1 o'clock right now in Des Moines, 1 a.m. On the Monday. I got to go to work in like 7 hours. Woo! I wanted to give you a heads up on what I've been doing over the course of the last day and a half, and share with you what it all looks like, as well as the process that I went through. And before I get to that, most of you know, probably if you're watching this, in regards to the contested battle that we had in Polk County yesterday. There's really a lot. If you jump online, there's a couple of really good sources to be able to give you an idea of what's going on, or what happened, I should say. There was a decent article in the Des Moines Register that came out that kind of described the situation in kind of an unbiased fashion, in my opinion. There was also a really good video that came out. I apologize if my voice is failing me. I did a lot of talking yesterday at the convention. But coming back over to me, one of the things that I had to do for you guys as secretary was figure out what our delegates are going to be and prepare the paperwork to send over to the county so it can get passed along to the district and the state and whatnot. As you saw in the news or through people's Facebook posts and things along those lines, Bernie had a significant lead of 534 to 519, considering we would have been 60 seats down at the start of the convention. There was over 100 Hillary people that did not show up, whereas Bernie Sanders was able to fill all but 20 of his seats. So way to go, Bernie supporters. You guys did a great job. This was the fat pack. These are gray cards from individual people that said basically that you wanted to be a district delegate. Fat pack. So we had to figure out how to whittle that down. So one of the best ways to whittle that down was to say, okay, if you are still interested, come sign this piece of paper. Got a lot of pieces of paper here. After we did that, we went through and we did a roll call, and if you didn't answer, we put an A next to your name and automatically bumped you down to an alternate. And then we had alternates come in or move over, I should say, and sign the official forms, which look like this. And then we had to go through and have, once we whittled down to who the actual delegates were going to be, once we figured out the delegate number, we were able to get those people marked on the same sheet as delegates. We ran into a little bit of conundrum, as we had huge amount of people that wanted to be delegates. Not everybody, not room for all of them. Only 114, 113 of us are being able to go as delegates up to the district level. Of course, we want to give everybody an opportunity and get as many alternates as possible. Some things that I wanted to share with you real quick, though, as I was doing all this math, we ended up with 10 plus people, give or take, at least 10 that I was able to identify just from the people that wanted to go to district. 10 plus people that either jump ship from the O'Malley campaign, which I know for a fact we received at least 2 or 3 blue cards, maybe more, from folks from the O'Malley campaign that decided to come over to the Sanders camp. And then we had a significant number of people that were checked in that morning, whether by error or maybe they changed their mind, that were with the Hillary camp that ended up coming over to us. So that was awesome. We have, at the end of the day, we decided on 113 delegates. I don't know who decided that, but it's what was decided. We are probably going to talk about that a bit more coming up at the district convention. And as I went through and did the list, we have approximately 180 alternates. Now, how I got to that was, again, off of the list, we basically whittled it all down to figure out who was going to be our delegates. We called out names, and we got down to we needed 20 more seats, so we were asking people to just volunteer to become an alternate. Please volunteer to become an alternate. I threw myself into that mix, and we ended up whittling the list on down, and then finally we had our 113 delegates. From there, we went through and had all the alternates sign up, and all of this stack right here represents everybody that was a delegate. Pretty much this stack. Pretty much the paperwork is all set for these 113 individuals to be delegates. And then for sure, this stack is alternates. Pretty nice stack as well. Wanted to make sure we were able to get as many people in as possible as alternates. So everybody that actually turned in a gray card, you are now on the list as an alternate as well. You're welcome. Don't really have much else I wanted to share with you. I just wanted to put this video up just so it would be on the record and my process is transparent as possible. Shout out to my girlfriend Shara. She really helped me a lot with some data entry. That said, there probably is probably a few errors, hopefully not too many, but I have prepared, in addition to the paperwork that I'm providing to the county, it's a lot of paperwork, I've also taken the time to develop a spreadsheet, pulled information from the official list that was provided to us before the convention and during the convention, was able to match that up, do a little bit of data entry, and get that all figured out. So we're going to have a really nice chunk of people that we're going to send over. I do want to kind of, as we fade away, just leave you guys with a couple thoughts. The first being that there are some very important dates coming up. One of the final things that I need to do before I go to bed is make sure that I've got as many people that expressed interest to be on one of the committees to get you guys on that list, either as a delegate if there were spots available, as somebody who can actually take a seat on that, or an alternate for that committee. The committee of committees, or committee on committee, or whatever it is the platform, or it is everything but the platform committee. It is the oh, lost my mouse. It is the rules committee, the arrangements committee, and it is also the credentials committee. That first meeting is coming up on Saturday, March 9th, or I'm sorry, March 19th, as you see there. Sorry, I'm on very little sleep. It starts at 10 a.m. It's going to be at the Plumber and Steamfitters Local 33 over on Bell Avenue. However, over at the Machinist Hall at 2000 Walker Street over on the east side of Des Moines, at the same time is going to be the Platform Committee. And just a reminder, if you are a delegate or an alternate, then you need to be prepared to make your way over to Creston, coming up here on Saturday, April 30th. And then State Convention is going to be here in Des Moines. It's going to be on June 18th. So please, 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 Bernie folks, make sure that you make it out. Make your voice heard. There's a lot of Facebook groups. I'm not going to waste some time going over that, but I am going to waste your time with a cool video that KCCI put up yesterday because I'm in it, and I might just say where. Let's do this.
It's really close.
That's Fred.
Very close.
Mike. That's Todd Henderson.
It's almost like it was for the statewide election.
After the first count, Sanders was ahead by more than a dozen votes. The Clinton campaign challenged the count, asking for a credential check for all of the delegates.
Typically, we don't have a challenge, but then again, typically we don't have these razor-thin margins, so that both campaigns are really concerned about the process.
The extra check delayed the process, adding to the long day. 45 delegates left as the convention continued.
So I have another job that I have to have, and I got an hour extension on that job, so I could stay later, but I'm going to have to go now.
But the Polk County Democrat Party chair says long conventions are nothing new. Delegates get chances to reallocate throughout the day.
That's me.
I think a lot of people who are first-timers for the convention assume it's going to be done by noon. They're rarely ever done by noon. And so every convention have people who say this is taking too long and they go home.
As the day continued, the talk went to Twitter. The Bernie Sanders campaign later tweeted, "Effort underway right now, Hillary Clinton and party allies to steal Polk County, Iowa convention election Bernie won earlier today." Sanders supporters responded, one saying, "I'm in the auditorium at Valley High School. We're not giving up. We're here and fighting." While Clinton supporters fired back. On the Clinton side, we're doing the exact same thing.
So in closing, I guess just want to thank everybody for staying strong yesterday. Those of you that are getting ready to join us up at the district level, be ready for a fight. We're going to get some additional help from some folks that hopefully the campaign's going to hook us up with. Nothing official on that yet. Fred Trujillo and I are in contact with Blair Lawton and other folks with the Bernie campaign as state coordinators and whatnot. But thank you for staying strong. Get ready for a fight coming up here. And if you do have any questions or concerns, you can look me up on Facebook. Again, there's a lot of really awesome groups on Facebook. There's also a few videos circulating around about some of the shady stuff that happened at our convention, some other conventions as well. So if conspiracy theory trips your trigger, definitely go check those out. Otherwise, it's really about keeping your head up. One of the things that I shouted out to some folks yesterday was think about how you're acting like right now. Do you think Bernie would approve of that? Would your grandmother approve of that? So get ready for civil discussion, good debate. We're going to win this. We just got to stay strong. Thanks for your time, guys, and thanks for your patience and trust in me. How do I turn this off?